Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Minecraft with the city builders. As you can see, we're still here. I ran out of that room so I could run into it again. I know, exciting. But I think you'll want to see it. So we have our dwarf king here. I added in a little door here. I added a little thing. This is going to be a nice little hallway that goes places. And then we got this huge room in here. You can see it. Boom. Obviously, not done. Obviously, not anywhere close to done. But man, oh man alive. So I no longer have any diamonds. I might have one. I no longer have any iron that I haven't mined up from here. I think Flying Spice might have some from the iron golem farm we had. But I might have to go make a trip back there, because I think my mule died. So I might have to make a trip back there anyway to get a new mule. And maybe to, you know, do some iron golem iron collecting from the farm and bring it back. But oh, holy crap, man. Holy crap. There is just so much stone that was taken out of this place. Like, seriously though, I think I've got 2 or 3 or 4 double chests full of stone, and I've got a little thing going that does one of my little simple hopper furnace things where you just throw in coal into one thing and a hopper puts it in the back, which puts it into the coal slot, and then you take a bunch of stuff on top and you put it in there and it puts it in the right slot, right? You know what I'm talking about. You guys have all probably done it before, but we've got one of those going as well. And I think I've got almost a full double chest of smooth stone out of it by now. Which is going to come in real handy in a couple more layers. You see, I do have one iron pickaxe left here. I found a bunch of iron and I smelted it up and I made a last one. And then I just like, you know what, I've got enough cobblestone to last me an eternity. I'm just going to use cobblestone. Now the reason I've been able to do this is because I've been sick. Like, not normal cough sick, like really, really weird dizzy in the head sick. It's getting better. The consensus is that I've had some kind of infection in my sinuses / ears. So I've been doing some weird stuff, like putting some liquids up my nose to kind of kill the bacteria that could be up in my sinuses, taking some antibiotics, taking some pills that kill bacteria, bacteria and viruses and stuff inside your system. So I've been taking lots of pills. So basically, I've been out of work and school, just been chilling at home, sleeping and taking pills and clearing out this room for the last 3 days. Today I still skipped school today, but that's just because I wanna try and go to work and see how working does. Already just kind of sitting at my desk learning about physics yesterday. I went yesterday and I'm just like, whoa, my head is super dizzy and driving is kind of a pain and stuff like that. But my job, I kind of stand at a bench and I fix things. So maybe it'll be a pain, maybe it won't be a pain. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna go in and talk to my boss and tell her what's going on, and talk to my manager, tell him what's going on, and be like, yeah, so I'm here for today and I'm gonna stay as long as I can, but if I can't stand up very well, you know, I'm gonna take off again, type deal thing. And I'm gonna try and bike over there because that's what I usually do. And last time I biked like this, it was pretty bad. So I mean, I'm doing better, doing a lot better than I was earlier, but not so much better that I would say I'm, you know, cured. Just better enough to the point where, like, I'm not too dizzy all the time. you know. Yeah, I can laugh and have fun again. My wife says that when I start smiling, that's when you know I'm starting to get better. So, so I'm starting to get better. Just it's taken a while. And yeah, I know. Look at how slow this is. Look at how slow this is. So, about halfway through finishing up that roof. Do you like the roof? I like the roof. I don't know that I like the torches up there. I think I'm going to get rid of the torches. But then it might be too dark to see the pattern up there. So I might have to add in some fancy stuff up there, like you see over there. The kind of that comes from there being little half slabs there, and there are some torches behind it. So I might have to do something like that on all the corners, just so that you can look up and see that there's something there. And maybe I'll put a few things. I don't know exactly what I'm going for with my words here. Put like a few glowstone lamps or something like that up there. Put some glowstone up there. I don't know, something. But it looks like this terrain actually was found by somebody who came out here earlier, because as you can tell, there's none of that other stuff that we usually have in 1.8 terrain. None of the granite or any of that stuff. So this was apparently first generated in 1.7.10, and so there is the pretty close to here. There's some 1.8 terrain where it's got all the fancy different stones and stuff like that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna need to go over there and do some mining and just get a whole bunch of granite and all that different stuff pretty soon here. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys go for a second. I'm gonna finish out this room. I'm going to build up the walls as high as we can get them. I wouldn't be too surprised if we can actually put the walls completely up. So what I'm gonna do, for anybody who's playing on the server, for all the server buddies, I'm just gonna cover these walls up, okay? And then I'm just gonna like build doors like that every time I think, oh, over here we should build this, or over here we should build this. Feel free to do the same. If you think that we need an armory, like this is gonna be the main hall, like I'm gonna put a throne in here. I'm gonna put like a couple long tables or something like that, like you could eat food and stuff. And I'm gonna do that. But if you think that anywhere you think there should be a door or a stairway going up or down, feel free to do it. Obviously up here, I would appreciate if you don't ruin the roof so much, because that did take a lot of effort. But like these walls, I don't care. You know, it's a few blocks. Like, it's not that big a deal. So yeah, just go ahead and put in the doors you think you need to put in to get to the places you need to get to. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys in a moment. So I had filled up my entire thing. Okay. I didn't have these guys here. Filled up the entire thing. And this is how much we got. Okay? We still have that much to go. Whew. Let's see how much stone we have left, shall we? And man, oh man, alive. I don't know why I say it like that. Man, oh man, alive. I don't know. Okay, we got plenty of smooth stone in here. I'm gonna take all that. I'm gonna drop in that. I'm gonna drop in those guys. I'm gonna drop in as many of those as we can. I kind of want to just keep this thing full constantly. I might just make a whole bunch of these and just kind of funnel it all into there. But anyway, so now let's go ahead and go like that. I guess I did have, I take that back. My entire inventory was full except for one slot that had dirt so that I could get places. Because getting places is very, very important. And yes, I do plan on doing the floor similar to this here, with a little border around the edge. I don't know if I want to do that in the hallways or only in rooms. I'm not sure, to be honest, how I want to do that. You know what? No, I'll do it like this so that I can get up to the top of it later. Okay. So now let's get rid of you, put you 3 there, and let's do another one. And then we go 1, 2, and then we just go like this. And this is how I've been doing it for the last little while. And we are just 2 more rows, well, 4 more rows, until we're done. Which is about 4 stacks of cobble, or 4 stacks of stone. About. Maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. So we'll see here, but yeah, this project, this Dwarven Kingdom thing, this is gonna take a lot of materials to complete. Just saying. If you guys didn't know this before, which I knew it, but I didn't know it. Like, oh, I guess there was a, oh, what the? Yeah, it is 3. That's weird. So maybe it'll take more than 4 stacks. I mean, I knew this was gonna be, like, resource intensive, this build. I mean, not like the other build wasn't resource intensive. Like the little city we just did. And I say little because I intend to make this city a lot bigger. Because, I mean, a Dwarven nation, they're kind of like ants, you know, they build kind of like on their ancestors' stuff, you know. So, like, the first guys there, they probably would have built this hallway, you know, because they would want it. You know, maybe they found a natural cave and they just made it bigger. We didn't find a natural cave. Well, I kind of found a natural cave around here, but I didn't use it very much to build this. It did help a little bit, but not a lot. Oh, come now. Okay. But anyway, so they would have built this, and they would have chiseled all the stone, and they would have done all this fancy dancy stuff. And then, I like the shadows. The shadows kind of make it cool and, like, dark and epic. Anyway. Okay. So then after their like forefathers, you know, built the cool stuff, they would have just kept on going. They would have built on top of what their parents did, kind of like what people do with a city. But dwarves are much more industrious, I guess you could say. Usually in the stories about dwarves, they're really industrious and they really like to build things, and it's kind of like their fun thing. Kind of like me on Minecraft. I really like building things on Minecraft. I don't really like excavating things, so this excavation project was really good. Since I was sick, I was kind of feeling down anyway. Like, kind of just like, ugh. But, it's been good. But like the dwarves, they enjoy excavating stuff and then building stuff on top of it and whatnot. So they would have built this thing, and then they would have been, you know, just kept on building and building and building. So would have been cool to see. Anyway, my brain is turning off. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. But so basically what would have happened is they would have built this center room, and they would have probably all lived in this center room for a little while they built all the other rooms. Which is kind of what we did. We built in that main doorway. They probably wouldn't have built the doorway that big and awesome at the begin with, but we did. You know, we just went straight for the killer. Built the gigantic door. Built this gigantic, like, massive hallway. I guess this isn't really a hallway. This is more of like a meeting hall, a grand hall, whatever you want to call it. But then off of this are going to be all the building things. And so, yeah, I think I'm I was thinking about what I want to build around here, and I'm thinking maybe we need to build. Did that guy just spawn in right there? That's one thing we're gonna have to do, definitely. With a building, with a hallway this big, we're gonna have to make sure we have light done perfectly, so that nothing spawns. Which is not gonna be too difficult. It's just gonna take a little time, spacing out everything. I think we're done here, guys. I think we're done with the walls. So now, over the course of the next few days and weeks and months, we're gonna, and I say months because the last town got like 2 months or whatever it was. I needed to actually go back and look at the calendar and see how long it got. And we're gonna give this place the same amount of time. So if the last place got 3 months, then we'll give this one 3 months. If the last one got 2 months, then we'll give this one 2 months. You know, that kind of dealio. So yeah, I don't know if it's big enough, to be honest. I don't know if it's big enough. I feel like it's big enough, but at the same time I feel like it's not big enough. And that line of stone right there kind of bugs me with this roof. So I might have to go in and get rid of that and move this up one. But that is for another day, I think. So now my next thing that I'm thinking of doing, because this hallway is like nice and big and right, whatever. We're gonna probably have like a little throne here. Whoops. Have a throne here, you know. We'll make it nice and big and huge and whatnot. But actually, let me keep this here for a second so I can kind of explain my ideas. So I'm thinking there was a cave back here that had a little water going through, and it kind of made me wonder, like, maybe do we want to put like a face in this wall, like the face of a dwarf god or person or king or whatever, and then kind of like on either side of him there's like a wall of water coming down, or maybe lava coming out of his mouth or something like that. Just kind of like, and have this thing of course be right in front of it, so you'd be like chilling here and there'd be a bunch of lava pouring right back here. You know, I don't know, that's kind of just ideas. I don't have any more food on me. Just ideas. I don't know if they're any good ideas, but they're just ideas that are going in my head. And then another thing that I was thinking about would be, this thing is gonna need, like, obviously this thing is not like this. The stone up here in a real world, this would be way too heavy for these walls. Way too heavy. So this is gonna need some kind of pillars. Now my question is, do I want to put 1, 2, 3? Do I want the pillars to be 3 wide, like that, or do I want them to be 5, like this? I'm starting to have trouble with my recordings. I'm guessing something's bad happening. I'm thinking I'm liking it this way better. Obviously, I would make it out of a different material, but I'm pretty sure I would also want it to be set into the wall like this, kind of like, so they'd actually be called pilasters. That's what the technical name is. That's what they'd look like anyway. A pilaster doesn't actually support anything. These things would be, the idea would be that they would support it, but they'd be kind of sunk into the wall a little bit, just to get a little bit more support, and to make it look cooler. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I gotta run. I gotta do stuff, like eat lunch. And then I'm gonna try and go to work today and see how I fare. If I can't do much, then I'm just gonna come back home. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, this was an intense project. I can't see where I'm going, so I'll walk like this. This was an intense project that we have gotten nowhere close to completing. So, if you guys have any ideas, any buildings that you want us to build, any rooms that you think would be cool, any ideas for the above ground rooms that we're going to be building, because we are going to be building some of those, not a lot, but some, let us know, leave it in the comments. Have a good one, guys. Don't break too much. Bye!